Wasayati. Saka coming from Glacier Bay, Gustavus to you. I've got my block of wood here. And so on the block of wood I have lines drawn on there. And those lines are what's called facet lines. So I'm going to take my baby lip adze here and then start removing some of that wood. And so it's going to end up being like a house shape when it's done. So I'm just testing out this block of wood and seeing how easily it removes and go like that. As I'm adzing it and stuff like that, I get ideas of what areas are tough on here is going to be tough all the way through. So I kind of take mental note of that as well. So I wrote on here, this is the top. So the mask, it's going to be a mask, and this will be the top, and that'll be the chin area there. So I'm going to go ahead and just continue removing some of this wood here. I'm just going to take this down. I've got a line drawn here, and I've got a center line here, and I've got a line drawn here that comes out. And then I'll come up here and come down a little sharper like that. But in the meantime, I'll just go ahead and continue checking it out, seeing how well this lip adze is going to remove that wood. Not too bad. There's a few knots in it here and there. It's always interesting working around those. But this block of wood here, willow, came from here in Glacier Bay or Gustavus, and so I decided, well, I'm going to go ahead and see how it works, or how it carves. I personally haven't used this type of wood before, so I'm kind of curious too to see how it's going to go. There's a big knot right down here, I can see that. Basically a knot is where a tree branch was. And I love this. I used to use this all the time exclusively, but I like this tall block like that. I like to be able to stand up, so it gives you a different feel to it, and and I actually prefer it. Back down to this knot area. You can see that right there. It's coming on, and then I got to take down a little bit. Take this going down a little bit more, make it look like a house, but I'm getting close to the first because I draw the line and extend it all the way down. So this is lower, then I'll come back up here and take it down that way, and I'll show you that when I get to that part of it. Right, and then I'll also take it and I'll take a little small hand planer, real small one, and then I'll smooth it out too. This is going to be interesting here, this one here, but I'm curious. I'm going to still work with it. See the different colors that are coming through there? That's from knots and stuff like that. I'm going to come this way on that because it's hanging up right there a little bit. See if I can work through it right here. On this faceting point, yeah, that works fine. You can flip it around. Because basically all I'm doing is just removing the wood. So with all this knot and all that like that here, and I went ahead and I have this marked out as the top. This is where the forehead's going to drop down, and the eyes and the nose. This will be down where the chin is, so I don't have to deal with that difficulty there. I just want to just shape it and remove the wood and go from there. So I think maybe you can see that it's starting to get shaped like that. Maybe I'll go ahead and I've got this. I'll take a little bit off of here and see how start to get this to shape too. So this, like this is a round, the same thing with this, the tree. So was this. This was part of a tree and it was round. And so when I took my measurements and looking at how much wood I have to take off of it, this side is a little bit less wood than this side. But by the time it's all said and done, it'll be all done. Someone say hi, Fred. Oh, hey. Now flip it around, take a look at this side. Doesn't have, not very much has to come off. So like I was saying before, when I'm removing this wood, I pay attention to the areas that gives the most difficulty, and it's going to be basically it'll be that way like that all the way through the whole project of making the faces. When I start shaping the face, and I mean, there's always areas that are more difficult than others, and based on that, where the knots are at, where everything else is at, I'll put this down right here. That type of thing. You can see it starting to take a shape here. Then I'll take it up here, draw a line across here, and then I'm going to take it down on both sides like that. And then it'll start to look like a house that way. But this has a real bad knot, so it's going to be used to the chin coming down there. This will be the forehead, the eyes, the nose, and then the mouth is all going to go along that way. It's not going to stay a blockhead. I'll round the corners eventually, round it, you know, like a going from SpongeBob to a regular human face. So with that, I'll go ahead and stop right now. So that's how it's starting to look. Yeah, Kaasteen satsu, huh?